think we can just have our meeting so that when I'll be there, we'll already have what we've already discussed.
Okay, that's good. That would be a
Yeah.
rehearsal. Yeah. For the rehearsal for the English speaking, for the English speaking section.
Yeah. So I think we'll just go ahead with our meeting today. And
Yeah.
then what will come up when we meet with the Spanish people, we'll put
Yeah.
it together. Yeah, because I don't think that one can stop our meeting for today.
I think very much. Yeah, it's really, this is really, even per definition in your hands, because you are coordinating the whole thing.
Okay, I have started recording.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
And but
That's okay. No worries.
I think my battery is lasting 1 hour for the meeting.
1 hour.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm both recording on the laptop and also on the Google Meet account. It is recording there.
Yes. Okay. But I think even that we might be inside the hour, because it's up to Dorothy, of course, how she to rehearse her reporting. Hvað segir annars ekki? Hvernig er veðrið?
Það er bara fínt, það er smá rigning, það er bara, I think, farfiskt veður, sko.
Já, gott. Það er flott.
Ég er bara að selja, ég er að fara, ég er ekki svona tökku prestu að ég ganga illa. En ég ætla ekkert að vera með ykkur á fundurum, ég ætla bara að gera svona,
Já.
Og svona.
Já, allt í góðu, gangi bara vel að selja.
Ég þarf að bjóða inn á fundin. Ég verð á hliðarlínunni.
Já, þú verður að fylgjast með henni aðeins áfram.
Já, ég verð á hliðarlínunni allan tíman, sko.
Já, allt er fína, Regi minn.
Welcome, Rose.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? Yeah.
I am very fine.
Yeah.
But there has been some disruption of our intimate training camp before the World Forum. So, how did you feel after the forum? Like Rose, how was your experience?
My experience. Hello.
You were perfect in your performance. You were graduated, and you were obviously very, very well trained by me and Dorothy.
Yes. My teachers did a very good job.
Yeah.
And then I graduated.
Yes, and I.
Yeah. To Dorothy and Julian, congratulations on behalf of the students.
Yeah.
You did so well.
I'm the only non-professional teacher, though.
Yeah, yeah. You did a
Yeah.
well done job.
Yeah, because it was so important, you know. But you know, I got one, you know, thing. Must, I must remind you of us, you know, critical observers, you know, because we were watching you critically, Rose, and you were
Yeah.
supposed to watch me critically. You know. But then,
Yes, yes, yes.
yeah, but then it came about more or less because I was kind of experimenting something with how I would look, you know, that the way I had been doing the part was quite out of the question. Because I would say, oh,
Yeah,
I have to look like this, and you know, but then I saw that this was not the case, and somehow you were shy to criticize me and say, no, no, this is no good, you know?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
But
that
you
is a little part.
know,
Yeah, this is a little part of learning, and this learning is a very important element in the context of the whole colonization of the wide West in Africa.
yeah,
You know, and it is good to
yeah,
learn this, and even in your schools, you will explain it to the children, and because even you know, I read the book. Have you read the book, "The Way to Freedom" by
Welcome,
Nelson
Maureen.
Mandela?
Welcome, Sonia.
Hello, Sonia. How are you? You are muted. And Maureen is here. Hello, Maureen.
Mama, should I go in afterwards? Mama, Mama.
Where is the surrounding noise? Rose. No, no. Patty. There is some noises, but it's not serious.
I think there is noise on my side.
Yes, you are the only, the two of us. It is total silence in my place. I'm alone here. So, yeah. So, hello, Sonia. Hello, Maureen. How are you? Welcome.
I'm good, Julius. Thank you for welcoming me. Yeah.
Yeah. Where are you placed now, Maureen?
I'm in Eldoret. I'm just in my house.
Okay, yes, because you live in Eldoret.
Yeah, I'm in Eldoret.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But Rose and Dorothy live in Kisumu.
Yeah, I stay in Kisumu.
So
I think
how
we
are
are
you?
going to start the meeting.
Pardon?
Can we start the meeting?
Yeah, that's okay with me.
Yeah.
But it seems to that Sonia is not uh, willing to talk to us. Do you hear us, Sonia? Because you
Hi,
are muted,
Sonia.
Sonia. You're muted.
I'm
Yeah, and I
sorry.
think Carlos,
I'm sorry. I hadn't
yeah,
seen that.
Sonia, we were waiting for your voice.
Sorry. I'm
No, it's
sorry. I'm
okay.
very
Very
absent-minded.
important. Very important.
Yeah. So we have a apology from Ramiro. They're having an activity, won't be able to attend the meeting. And also Carlos. Carlos won't be able to attend the meeting, but he has shared the memory of their third assembly meeting in the WhatsApp group for education. He has sent his ads to all of us and is asking if we can have a meeting next week. So I don't think that one is going to affect the meeting for today, but we'll just have the points that when we meet or when I meet with him next week,
Yes.
I can have something to share and we
Yes.
can see the way forward. So the meeting for today was majorly to do evaluation on what happened on the third assembly, and I think it won't take long.
No.
Before I forget, Antonio said that he's going to be busy and he will join us a bit late.
Okay.
Yeah. So majorly the meeting for today is just to analyze how was the last assembly, the third assembly.
Yes.
What worked, what did not work, and how we can come up with the bulletin
Yes.
for the third assembly.
So the synthesis or the writing, the recording of the assembly is being written by someone, or who's in charge of that? Do you know?
Probably Carlos, because he was the spokesperson of the work in the educational table in the actual World Forum within the 50 minutes.
I see. Because we haven't got the video, do we, of that day of the 19th? Have we got the video of the 19th?
Yes, we should have.
We should, no? No, I haven't.
Dorothy, as it wasn't the educational meeting in the actual assembly, that was recorded, wasn't it? I thought I took it that. Do you remember? You are muted, Dorothy, if you want to.
Yes, because I didn't write anything, you know.
Yeah, because in any case, what we will have in our hands in 1 week's time are those notes that Carlos has taken, because he was the spokesperson in the forum.
Yes. Yes, we have all the material, the written material we have. Everything that Carlos said, that I said, and that Dorothy said, we have it there, yes. But the real conversation here, for example, we haven't got your text, Julius.
Okay.
You should pass it on to, or maybe we have to listen to the video again.
Yeah. The question, Dorothy, now is it was the 50 minutes of the table meeting in the actual assembly, was that recorded? My memory tells me that it was recorded. Am I right or wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, it was recorded, but I
Yeah.
think Carlos has forwarded the summary of what he presented at the end
Yeah,
of
yeah, 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 yeah.
the
I think
meeting in the table there.
yeah,
I think it's written in Spanish.
Yes,
Yeah.
the only thing that was missing was, for example, Julius' talk. Remember, because we had everything
Yeah,
written.
yeah.
Dorothy, remember what you said, what I said, what Carlos said. We have all that. But then in the conversation, in the interchange afterwards, some people talk, and we haven't got that material. We should add that to what Carlos has, maybe.
Who has this written down?
I suppose, Carlos, we all have it. We all have it. We all have it. I suppose Carlos is sending it to the administration team there, I suppose.
But I'm thinking that how can we use our time now
Yes.
so as to have our meeting beneficial to the one that we will hold with the Spanish also in 1 week's time. What do you think about that, Dorothy?
Yeah, I think that is the reason why we are having our meeting today, so that we can know what we will discuss with the Spanish table.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I thought that they were going to join today, but they are all up. So
Oh,
what I think is that we can discuss what worked for us and what we think didn't work for us, and also to look way forward on how we can come up with our bulletin so that it can be taken to the website.
yeah, yes. Also, now the time from 19th of July until now, what has happened in the educational realm during this time? That is may be interesting. What those who have been working with education since the assembly, what have they been doing?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that would be interesting, because if those who are working with education, if they can tell of their experience and their projects from 19th of July until now, then we will have even a recording of that next week, because the meeting had already been recorded by Ragnar.
Yeah.
Yes. What I told Carlos about the meeting we had at the assembly was that maybe the same way we did it with Julius, that we said, well, we arranged beforehand that he was going to say something. I think that in the same way we should, for next time, I'm thinking of the future, we should arrange like that, who's going to talk, in case nobody participates, because I think that in general people don't participate if you don't ask them in advance to do it.
Yes.
What do you think?
Yes, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Mm.
Yes. For example, in the case of Carlos, he had already spoken with Freddy, and he had arranged with him that he was going to tell his experience. And we asked Julius to participate. And in the same way, we should have a couple of more people for next time to know who's going to, just to make someone talk, because otherwise, you have that silence that nobody says anything. And
Yes,
so I was thinking of that, to try and connect with someone. Maybe, I'm sure many people have their experiences, only they are not willing to talk. But maybe if we arranged that previously,
Inform them.
invite the person, we say it would be nice if you tell your experience, work that in advance, then we could have it on the day of the assembly. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that is a good idea. It will help
Yeah.
us to know how many people are going to talk, and it will also help us to save time.
Yeah.
Another thing
Yes.
I want to talk about is on how to do the translation. Like there is a button which we are supposed to press or to interchange, so that you get the translation automatically rather than one person talking and translating it. I think
Yes.
in our
Yes.
table it was a bit cumbersome because we got into it without selecting the language we wanted us to hear. So when we got there,
we had the possibility of choosing the language in our table as well.
Yeah, there was a possibility.
I didn't know. I thought that it was only at the general meeting that we could do it.
No, even in the tables where we went into,
okay.
there was a
Yes,
possibility.
you're right. You're right. We lose a lot.
Yeah, I can see Julia's hand is up.
Yes, Julius.
Julius, can you go ahead?
Yeah, yes. Regarding this, Sonia, you are, of course, quite right. It's important to beforehand to talk to people, but in the process of the assembly, all of them, and also in the third one, is that those things like who will speak, the tasks that are handed out there to do this and that, this happens in the secretariat meetings, So in the secretariat meeting is what this program was built and defined, and the players and everything. So that will probably onward be the way to of the work of the assembly. And anyone like Sonia, you could attend to the secretarial meeting, and
Yes.
then you can voice your, everybody can contribute.
Yes, okay. Yes, you're right. So we have the problem of the translation and of the problem of nobody speaks, nobody wants to talk.
Well, people want to talk. We have not had the problem of that.
But nobody said anything, Julius, when we asked.
Yes, in the secretariat meeting, for instance, when there was talk about who would take on the task of explaining the tables, then Rose was asked to do that, and she was willing to do that. I was asked to have an opening ceremony by Javier, and I was ready to do that. So
yes,
and so it happens at that platform,
Yes. Okay. Anything else? Any assessment?
So we've talked of what worked for us and what did not work for us. And we've also talked of what can be done next time on the discussion. So right now, who will help with writing the bullet? Welcome, Antonio.
Hello,
Thank you,
Antonio.
Dorothy. I was trying to get in and I couldn't. I don't know what is.
Well, it could be that the guy that is letting you in is Ragnar Sverrisson, and he is making the art of selling dry fish and letting people.
At the same time, so. Yeah, no, but it's
Finally, you are here.
Yes, we are here. Ah, there he is.
Correct.
Yes.
Perfect.
Hi, Ragnar.
Yeah.
Dorothy, Sonia, Julius,
Hello.
Maureen,
Hello.
Rose.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hello.
I saw you.
Hi.
You said yesterday that you are going to join late, Antonio.
Yes.
You are welcomed. So I'd talked to Carlos, the coordinator of Spanish. He's saying
Yeah.
that they're having an activity. They can't join us, but he's
Yes.
planning to have a meeting with me next week and the rest.
Yeah. Perfect.
Also, Ramiro, they are having activity, so they cannot join us.
Hmm.
Yeah, and as you come in, we were just discussing how was the assembly, what worked for us and what didn't work for us.
Yes.
And then we talk of what can be done next time.
Hmm.
And also right now, when you are getting in, you find when we wanted to discuss who is going to help with the writing the bullets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you for the summary.
I am
So-
ready to be on the editorial team for the bulletin.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
And then, you know, I think that we had the assembly on the 19th. Yes, that was a certain event, you know. But since then, we have had, 10 days,
Yes.
and in the 10 days, many very, very interesting things have happened.
Yes.
So we have to encapture. We are not simply evaluating the past, you know, from before the assembly, but
Mhm.
also to see the this is a living being, you know.
Exactly. That's very correct. Yeah.
Yeah, and one very extraordinary thing has
Mhm.
happened in this time is, for instance, this incredible meeting in your work with the personal, this human development, internal work, new table,
Ah, yes. Internal work. Yeah.
which was really a phenomenon. Very, very.
You're so positive. No?
It was good. It was good. Antonio, yeah,
I like that. Eh?
Yeah,
it was good.
Well, Julius says that it was good. I have, yeah, but the transcription that Ragnar gave is really is better when you hear the transcription that what I have imagined that it was. Maybe
Yeah.
to every one of you, when you present, you have doubts. What did you say or how did you say? But I think it came across. I mean, at least some sections of it fairly well. No.
yes, yes. And I think, for instance, as a minimum, we should take care that this event, educational,
Mm.
this deep educational event, will be distributed within
Yeah.
the educational table.
Hmm.
I'm directing this to Dorothy, you know, like, what do you think? Don't you think we should distribute? Or even, one also to, in this meeting, to share opinion about how we will keep on with this development.
There's another assembly for the forum afterwards. Do you know?
Yeah.
No,
it's
I
the
don't
last-
think that the date has been fixed yet because Javier suggested to have an evaluation, complete
Yes.
evaluation of what we have done,
Yes.
and then we project when the next is going to happen.
Ah, yes.
And so
So
whether
because
we need more
you
time,
said
whether
that,
we need less time, I mean, we don't have
yes,
a calendar of assembly.
no.
Mm.
But you said it was permanent, or how often, more or less, are we going to have?
Yeah, well, we have been doing them. This was number 3, and we started in the beginning of the year in January, I think, or beginning of February. So we have been running every 3
a
months.
lot, a lot. Yes, every 2 months, more or less.
2 to 3 months.
Every 3 months. Ah, okay.
The last we had to postpone a bit because we felt that it was too close to the previous one.
was too early.
Yeah, yeah.
Too early, yeah. So, and what other things you have observed in about the table of education?
What I observed.
What we've observed in the table of. Go,
Yes.
Sonia.
Okay. What I observed was that when we open the conversation, nobody wants to talk. It's like people are there. There were a lot of people. How many were we? Like 20. But nobody wanted to tell their experience. So I was thinking that maybe we should connect with the people and invite someone who we know has something to say, or promote, así como encourage people to tell their experiences. Because only a friend of Carlos who did this came and talked about their experience. And then Julius also, because we asked him to talk.
Yeah.
But then the rest is like they didn't want to participate. So I think it's important to encourage somehow others to comment on their experiences. Of course, we haven't got much time, but anyway, there was like an empty space there.
You mean in that time that the table met? Dorothy may have an impression of what happened because I didn't attend that meeting.
No, you were not there. But we said what we had planned to say, Carlos and Dorothy and me, and then we asked people, and then, well, we had arranged with Julius to talk. But then we asked, and there was like nobody wanted to talk.
Yeah.
Only Carlos and Freddy, but
people could be a bit shy, and also we have been following all the different meetings because we are promoting the team that has promoted the table, and obviously we have more things to say. We have like a general idea. Others who are newer or they come from other regions, they will tend to talk in the end. People feel a bit inhibited because many times they don't know exactly what to talk about.
Okay, but we are responsible for that also, because we should like somehow encourage them to participate.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
To facilitate, always with the idea to facilitate, but not to
press.
Yeah, not to press or push, because that's
push.
a principle, and we are all adults, and we have to have that freedom, because it's what attracts people to do something if they feel that there are no pressures. No?
Of course.
If you press,
I think next time we should do it as a.
You get the contrary.
Yeah.
What do you say, Dorothy?
I'm saying that next time we should have at least 4 to 3 questions. So one of the person, like I say, can be a moderator, shoot the question, and then people answer. And we didn't get time to have that, though I add the questions because I wanted first people to tell their experience, and then from there we were moving to the next question, asking about the future and what should be done.
Yeah.
But we find that we had less time in our table because people didn't know that you were supposed to select the language you wanted when you are getting into the table. So you find that we were talking, and then Sonia had to translate. So it was taking most of our time. But next time, if everyone can know about the technical issue whereby you select the language you want to use, it will be grateful. And it will also help us to save time. I think that is one of the things which have come up as
definitely
what work and what didn't work.
That can be one of the factors that inhibit people to say something about the work itself of the table.
Exactly.
Because they don't know what to press and which language and all these technical things. Yeah.
We should know exactly what to do and tell the people. Tell them what to do, how to do it.
We can address before the next assembly a sort of circular letter to all those who are registered on the table about these recommendations, and people will then have refreshed in the minds what is going to happen. They are prepared, no?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And maybe even the questions.
I can see Rose and
Rose,
Yes.
yes.
yes, Rose.
Okay, yeah, I'm marrying the idea of maybe what we did in our thematic table of gender-based violence, where before that we had a small meeting and delegated like a few things, like we had speeches, so we had a clear picture of who is going to say what and at what time, within what time. Then after that we give like 5 minutes or 6 minutes for other people to respond. After the minutes are over, we go back to the next speaker, so it will save time and also will be organized. That's what we did in our thematic table, so we can also marry that one. Thank you.
Yes, that's a good idea. All the things that work, we can imitate for other tables, because I mean, what we want is to arrive to a system that allows the energy of the people, the communication, to flow easily. So those are very good experience. Perhaps we can put this, we can consignate that in the minutes that we are making now.
Can you repeat, Rose, please? Because I couldn't get you very well. What you did at the gender-based table?
Yes, what we did at the gender-based table, we had speakers already. People people volunteered to speak, so we had their names and who was going first and who was going after the other person. So we had a clear program of who is going first, who is following, and who is going third, like that. Then we gave like 5 minutes for other people who are not in the program to respond, like new people who are in the meeting to respond. Then after the 5 minutes, then we leave it open like that. So by the end of the session, all those speakers had already spoke and we had already had our points taken. So the time that was left was just for open discussion. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
And so there's some work we were planning to do together, isn't there?
Yes,
Like-
what we are doing is an evaluation with all these comments that we are making. We are evaluating things that didn't work in the meeting.
Well, yes. No, but maybe I thought that we had finished with that. Sorry.
All these comments, I think, have to do with the evaluation.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to ask you, Antonio, a question. I see in the chat box that you are saying, and I'm a little bit surprised at it. So I thought you were even to in the direction of technopop, but here you are saying, "Hi, I am transcribing this call with my tactic AI extension." What is that?
Artificial intelligence, but I am not saying or writing that.
Antonio Carvalho at 1829 is saying that in our chat box. No, the artificial intelligence is saying this.
Yeah.
Possibly. This is very funny. See it?
Maybe.
Or is Ragnar? But his mic is closed.
They are everywhere.
Anyway, we read the script, and if there are things that are not relevant, we ignore them. That's it, no?
Yeah.
Because Javier said that we would be ideal if we can complete the table evaluations with a table coordinator. So if Dorothy and Rose and Sonia that were in that sort of organizational function, and Ramiro is also, and who else?
Carlos.
Carlos. Well, and we can ask for their opinions, and then we'll have all the opinions here, and we write like a page. It doesn't need to be any longer. And also we incorporate what Javier has said about do we have a separate evaluation of each one of the tables or the tables in general in that material that Javier sent? I am asking a question because I don't have that material in front of me.
No, I haven't seen that either.
No. Well, we prepared our views.
At least
Yeah, what was sent, I think it came into India, so I could not read it. But there's an email which was sent. I think, Rose, you got it?
Yeah, I got it, but I could not read it because I don't understand the language.
So they send already the report in Hindi or something.
Yeah.
So we can try to run is a translation with the artificial intelligence here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can try and sort it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Antonio, you have the intelligent.
No, I don't have all the transcript of what has been said since did you start to make some comments, and by the time that I arrived, you had already started the discussion, or not?
No,
Yeah, and I think
we have said everything to you.
Okay.
Mm.
So we said then what Dorothy mentioned, that the participation mainly took place from the organizers, about 5 or 6 that made the comments of could describe the works of the table. I understand that, but not just the works of the table in the assembly, but the works of the table since the last assembly, or not?
Yes.
Because what we want to convey from the table of education is the experience of the last 3 months since we did the last evaluation.
Yes.
And so we could say that we have been really fully setting up the tables, and the tables have been divided into 2 languages to facilitate the matters of communication. And since then, we had such and such meeting where has been agreed these or the other things. Of that, I think Dorothy and Rose may have done minutes. I think I have read them of the previous meetings that we had during the quarter. That means since the second assembly, yeah? Because we said at one point that all that would be part of the bulletin, because all this information precisely of the tables will have to go in the bulletin.
We have like 10 meetings, but we're not going to send the 10 meetings, I don't think.
No, not just like that. You have to scan everything, and the things that are relevant that indicate the process. No? It's the same if you have to evaluate the quarter in a school with children.
Yes.
And then you have to take a subject in maths, what has been done. And so you don't need to include a separate page for each class that you have given. But you explain that what did happen with that subject matter in the period is you can summarize your conclusions.
This is what we did at the assembly.
Yeah.
I think that at the assembly, we wrote and we talked about the most important things of these 10 meetings, didn't we, Dorothy?
So that is excellent.
Yeah, yeah. We talked about it and it is in written.
Yes.
It is written, yes.
So that's very good. You have to take that text and add up
exactly
the new things that we are saying here. For example, some logistics matters that some people feel a bit timid in terms of participating because this or that, and that is it. Because we don't need to say so many things because the tables are just starting. Really, it's not that there's so much work done. No?
That is the bulletin. That is what we are going to include in the bulletin, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all up to now.
Yeah.
Because in that way we can share with all the other tables. If there are 15 or 16 tables, people want to, in one page, at a glance, be able to understand what is the work. Some tables
Yes.
have progressed more and some other tables have progressed less.
Yes, exactly.
But amongst the
I think that
progress, I think you mentioned the visit to the college, to the school, Dana
yes,
school,
yes,
Yeah.
Rusinga. And
Yeah.
so that is a valuable experience because also you prepare a report on that. So that
yes,
report will be able to start forming the base of materials that this table is producing. A visit and observation to the humanist school in Rusinga, because that experiences can be helpful for other sort of educational projects that we have,
yes,
and also can be interesting for the people working in Spanish. Huh?
yes,
And like that, we go creating, if possible, in the form of reports, the summary of the works that the table is advancing.
yes,
Very, very soon, we'll move into a level of greater professionalism, where we will study subjects in terms of education, like, for example, what we can conclude regarding the methodology of humanist education according to the African experience that we are assessing, or in other regions. And those start to be things with more chunky, with more substance,
yes,
because you say, wow, then they are working in elements of methodology. Some of
yes.
them could be,
We have a list of future actions that
uh,
we
mhm,
describe there at the
yeah,
assembly.
yeah.
All the future actions. There are a lot.
So that's
Yeah.
very important. And
And
the ones,
maybe we have to decide on where to start or what to do first. That would be interesting.
mhm,
Remember what you, Antonio, said about like giving a general idea of education in each country where we are participating. Remember the
exactly. That is a statistic. That is a study of
study.
a study of the situation, the real situation of
Yes.
education in different levels in Kenya, for example. Then we do the same thing for Uganda. Then we do the same thing for Tanzania. And like that, for example, we are going to complete a report, like those reports that in matters of human rights are prepared by Amnesty International, where in 1 or 2 pages they explain that the situations, there are errors and it's ineffective, and that really not all the students of that generational group that cannot pay for it receive anything from the state. So sort of uncover things that otherwise they are not in the minds of the normal citizens. So we'll be like a watchdog, in the sense that we will keep observing what is happening in society. And then if once those reports are better substantiated, we can publish, because it will be very valuable for
That's
the
really,
public.
that's a very big work, isn't it? Very wide.
Well, if we have the information, it doesn't need to be a treatise about everything, but if there are a few pages that explain how is the real situation of education that is supposed to be according to the Constitution, I imagine, should be a universal education that should benefit all this age group in the country. And if you find out that, for example, in more rural areas, they don't get anything, they are not even schools, well, it should be part of the report. And if we talk about Nairobi, what is happening in Nairobi, in the more poor areas? Because the people who have money send their children to private schools, and they make sure that they are being receiving a good training, and the parents have time to talk to the teachers, and they give them a report, all that type of things. But that will be always an elite, a small privileged group. What percentage then of the student education has the access to that sort of higher quality education? You are raising the hands. Okay, Julie, sorry.
I have been waiting a little bit here. So because I wanted to get my point of view before we finish, and my point of view is that I have seen the reality of the procedures of reporting in the African Forum platform is that we have activities, people are doing this action in relation to gender-based violence or young mothers or what will be. And then the tradition is established that everybody always we do reports, send reports, and then when it comes to the World Humanist Forum platform, I think that we have, what we have talked about is to have one bulletin of the whole World Forum, and then it has been mentioned but not confirmed. And I want to now put forward that element, which is that each table will do their own bulletin. So we have sub-bulletins of 16 tables.
Yes.
And so then this is very logical, and this is really following sequence that is already there. And we have to define it because I have been talking a lot about this bulletin for each table, but I think I have been the only one. But this question is, how do we go about it? Do we talk about this as something that a proposal that comes from the educational table, if you agree, or how do we go about it?
Well, I think that each table will decide about that because the tables are autonomous, although we are all working under the umbrella of the forum. So we will not tell other tables what they have to do in the field. If, for example, they are working, Tony Antonucci, his table, they are working in psychological revolutions, and they have a different sort of subject of study. We will not tell them because they have to define their own approach. So in education, we put the rules.
You are misunderstanding. You are misunderstanding me, Antonio. I'm not talking about in any aspect of the forum to tell someone to do this. Not at all. But we can propose to the secretariat, or I will certainly propose it in the next secretariat meeting.
Yeah.
The proposal is that we will have this, we could call it report or bulletin, but to have otherwise we are neglecting to see to it that all the 16 tables might not hear from at all.
No, and we are not hearing from them because we are all starting. So really, we have to distinguish between what is design. We are trying to design what is going to be the work of the forum. And the important thing, according to the formulation of this project, is that we are going to have the views of the common person in our societies about the fundamental problems of our times. So a fundamental problem of our times is education. There is no doubt, not only because of the orientations, because maybe we are covering in the systems of education matters that are not that essential, but also because it's not universal. And the human rights indicates that a good level of education should reach all the population, not only those who can send the children to private schools. That is always a minority. Therefore, that is the objective that we want to, if we produce a report in terms of education about the country, we should have solid material to talk about that. And that should be a topic of study in our table of education. But there are other topics not only studies like that perhaps nobody will read in the future, but also we will want to initiate schools of a humanist orientation, incorporating elements of humanist education in schools that already exist and eventually start others with support of whatever. We are not talking about the finance of those projects, but it's an ambition that we have. And another ambition that we have is to change in the whole system of education its orientation, because the orientation of all the systems of education is towards external things, external abilities, but very little about the internal part of the human being. And is internally where we experience our suffering, our sorry?
We also talked of the manuals, remember? Another plan was to write, to develop, because I have like 4 manuals already. And we should try and make a good one from there. The manuals was another one, another topic.
That means materials, books of instructions to study. That is what you mean by manuals? Yes.
Yes, like for example, when you go to a new school, maybe to present, to give an idea of your points of view. We had that. What else did we have? What other future actions? Remember, Dorothy? Where have I got that? Maybe we should decide where to start.
Yes.
What to do first.
Exactly. That's a good thing. But on the other hand, the table of education is implementing activities in the field as well. Because if I am not wrong, there is a complementation with the gender sort of discrimination table, and their elements of education can be introduced. So another aspect should be the collaboration of this table with the conclusions, practical conclusions that we extract, and other tables that are working in the field, and they can be the tables or the vehicles with which we can get the implementation of some of these studies or ideas or reports or whatever that we are preparing.
We have very ambitious projects. Listen, the other was one of the humanist curriculum.
Yes. What happens is Sonia, that I am trying to say those things 5 years ahead. It doesn't mean that I may not be here, I mean 5 years ahead, but you look at what you are trying to construct from the future, because you are building up a project. It's the same that if you have a child, you cannot expect your child to be talking, to be doing all these things after 6 months.
Yes, I see.
You have to project the evolution of that child, and you want to see when it's 10, what do I want that child to be able to
but I think
to participate, to behave, to blah, 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 blah. Something like that when we do the design of this project of the table.
Exactly, but what I'm saying that maybe we should focus on one of the aspects.
Certainly,
so that we start reading and working in each of our places, and then we do a common production.
Yes.
So what could we do?
You, for example, you could contribute with a study. We are talking of study and the situation of education in each country, because you are located in Mar del Plata, or you are located in Argentina anyway. You will be able to make an analysis of what is happening with the information that is available in that geography. And probably Julius will be able to say what is happening in terms of education in Iceland.
We could start with that then.
Well,
It's a good-
yes, because that is a practical, since we are in contact with different realities, and our friends from Kenya or Uganda or the countries of West Africa, they can do in their own geographies. Then we integrate, and will be a patchy report, because we'll have samples of Africa, samples of Latin America, samples of Europe, whatever, but there's something. And those samples have some foundation, because they have used statistics and observations and comments in those places. And in that way, we can go building up a study, an evaluation of the real situation of basic education. We have to see what category of age we want to choose. And that will be a contribution to society at large, because we'll say the Forum of Universalis Humanis has produced, in terms of education, covering this, and geography, this sort of report. It will be a report, if even well summarized, of 50 pages or something like that. But that is solid stuff. A minister
Yes.
in the cabinet can read that and say, shit, if this scheme that they are explaining applies to the whole region, I am in trouble, we say. And
Maybe we
have
could
to be
we
taken
could-
about these things.
maybe we could think of some questions that we could ask ourselves
Yeah.
in order to work. For example, what you said, what
Yeah,
percentage is good education? What happens
Yeah,
in the
I
rural?
think we should
What
come,
about the rural? Eh?
Sonia, I think we should come with a questionnaire. After coming with a questionnaire for the research, we have to identify which groups do we want to interview, so that we can get information from all corners.
Yes.
A questionnaire.
Do we want
We
to
could
do it
put together.
online? Yeah, we have to have a questionnaire which doesn't have so many questions. After having
No.
a questionnaire, this questionnaire, we have to know, we want to pass it to which people. Do you want to disperse it to schools, teachers, community members, church leaders, so that at the end of the day, we'll get the information from different people
Yes.
with different perspective on what they see of education.
Yes.
And also here in Kenya, I think we can also do it in the city, and we can do it in the rural areas where
Exactly.
education is not that much.
Yes.
And we can do it in government school, and we can also do it in private schools. So at the end of the day, when we sit down with this data, it will give us what to write and to know what
Exactly.
is needed.
Because I'm sure
You
that
are
the
brilliant, because that's why you have been preparing so many interesting reports already with Rose and some other colleagues. I mean, in the sense that you have already a method to approach it.
Mm.
And then you go refining it.
Yeah.
Once you have a sort of base of information, and you say, well, yeah, but look, this problem, we need more evidence there or there. And artificial intelligence should be able to provide also information that we are not aware, that nobody has it in particular, because those engines collect information from sources that we don't know that exist. Other people who have done already studies about the education in Kenya, that they are not published in one particular point.
yes,
So
yes.
That is
But
very
I
good.
think that most probably the government already has all this information.
yes,
The difference we can make is how we approach the information, or what our question, what we are interested in, what our questions are.
exactly.
Because we want to see how much justice there is, or what the
Well,
main
we should
problems are.
say what the United Nations, we can refer also to the archives or the base data of United Nations to see what is the standard, how is that fundamental human right is understood at this particular time. I'm sure that there are offices that concentrate in analyzing each one of these human rights. Education is so important for the development of the economy of the country, for the integration of the society, for so many different things, that I think it has been studied and is being studied and monitored from different angles. Many times they keep secret that information. They don't share it, don't disseminate, because it exposes them as incompetent. They haven't spent the money that they have said they would spend in that area of society. And of course, the development of the society as such suffers because of the incompetence of the politicians.
And also how they are pressed, like by the United States, the FMI, or those organisms that decide what people do in education here in Latin America, in the South.
Yes.
In our America. So all this, yes.
Yeah, because like in Iceland, then we are planning, me and Ragnar, we are planning seminars for political parties, for organizations and trade unions and so on, because that is the we have entrance to those entities, and this is not, this is you know, this will be very diverse and needs to be very diverse. And if we can educate big organizations, we are going in the spirit of exponential
growth.
That is informal education, informal education. No?
That is very important, because also you can invite those specialists already to participate in the tables. And the table of education of the forum could have 50 people, started with a humble group of friends here in Africa, and then it become something that start to be consulted from different parts of the world, setting a model. Things start little, but then they can grow without limit, and is very much one of the views of humanism.
Yes.
So really, all these ideas are complementary, part of how we can imagine our contribution.
Yes, we are agent of demonstration effect.
Exactly. And they say, who are you? Well, we were common people that decided to study this and to explain what the solution should be for a more humanized society. Very humble, without assuming.
Yeah.
But they are the facts, and there's a viewpoint, and there's interpretation of the facts. And then they will start to say, wow, this is not a joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we could design a questionnaire, Dorothy, for next time.
Yeah, we need to design. We can even borrow it from the UN, the way Antonio was saying, and then we can add some of the questionnaires in it. And then if we check it in Kenya here.
Yes, they have the standards, and so if we emulate these standards, then we will look very serious, because yes, it's impressive.
We need all the information, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah, we can borrow the UN or the UN educational questionnaire or
which is all in the internet, because you can access for free the databases and the archives and the Department of Human Rights.
If we check it in SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals, and then from there, if you go to the education, you will see the standard of education maybe they want in Kenya in coming 10 years or 20 years. And then from there, we can come with the questionnaire and work on it.
Perfect.
I think that one will help us with doing the research.
Exactly, because it will show
and then
also
from there we can come with the action.
The direction to the future, and of course we can from there bring out our actions that will be very well aligned, harmonized with all these other visions. But we will be always pressing and making noise and publicizing our observations, and then we will put pressure on the people who are responsible to make it happen in society.
Yes. Then, Dorothy, I was thinking that it would be very, very interesting if you could, if it was possible to send this recording, the recording of this very meeting, to all the members of the educational table. So, because this is valuable for everyone. That we, because we'll be meeting in 1 week's time. Yeah.
Yeah. Consider it done.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Because the script is coming here and it comes exactly how we are expressing it. So it's amazing this.
Yeah.
Thanks to Ragnar.
Yes.
Hey, thank you so much. This has been a productive meeting.
Okay.
Yes.
So we can start working on this.
We can,
Yeah, we can
because
start working on it.
we keep correcting and we keep changing what we think,
Yes.
but like that we are building together something that can
Yes.
become quite
Yeah.
interesting.
Yes.
Mm.
True. Well,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
And when is our next meeting then? Hello, Ragnar.
Hello, this is timing. My battery is.
Can't get you, Ragnar.
Yeah, it interrupted the voice. We lost you there, Ragnar.
I think the network is so bad today.
Yes.
Ragnar, are you present?
He might be in the mountains.
He can't hear.
Or
He's
under the sea, under the
valley.
water.
Ragnar, are you there?
To need your
He's in the car. He's in his car.
You're muted. Yeah.
Sorry, my laptop is out of battery, so I think the recording has finished.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, no worries. We'll use the one which is already recorded. We are so grateful.
Yes.
Yeah, it's helping so much, the meetings, Ragnar. This is something that
Yes.
has been an important step forward.
I have to have after I have learned fully about the translation, how you do the automatic translation, and I will have a seminar for you so everybody can learn how to do these things.
Yes, excellent. Yeah.
But I was hearing most of the meeting, so and it is very nice. I'm happy, and it is very good. So I just thank you for the meeting, and we will continue.
Excellent.
I've been very busy, but I will convert all these videos and share it soon.
Perfect.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay.
Perfect.
But
Thank you.
as a methodology, that
Thank you
seems
for
to-
working extra hard.
But yeah, I'm going to Kenya now,
Recording,
so
driving.
I have to work a lot. And I'm taking one
Yeah, you're
holiday.
working extra hard,
Holiday.
recording at the same time in the meeting, at the same time selling, you're multitasking. Oh my God. You are genius. That is not common with men. Men can't multitask.
That's right.
The research I've done as Dorothy. No, it's just a humor. Don't take it serious.
No, but it's true.
Okay.
It's very true, no?
Yes.
That is true. Men can't multitask.
Men are
Multitask.
useless. Yes.
They can't cook at the same time, taking care of the baby, listening
That's
to
right.
the dogs outside, having a meeting. Hey,
Yeah. So, parallel to these studies, we can go studying the behavior of men and prepare a parallel report.
Yeah.
They have to be demoted in society to a third-rate position to assist women.
Yeah.
And then women can vote for them and promote them to the next stage as and when they decide that it's appropriate. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can graduate. Yeah, it has been a wonderful meeting.
Good,
Yes.
good.
And
Very good.
unless anyone has something to add before we
I think we could
We adjourn the
I have
meeting.
leave,
something.
no? We have to. Yes,
I have something.
Rose.
No, I just want to thank you, all of you, the education thematic table, because at least I've learned something from here. I'll carry it again to our thematic table together with Ragnar. So we are also going to improve on other things and other areas that maybe we saw a problem. And
Yes.
also, I wanted to ask if the host, for example, me and Ragnar were the host of the room of the gender-based violence. So there's a hinge where one of the attendees came and he could not mute. He was talking and we are not understanding, and we could not mute. So we had to intervene in between people to talk so that he stops. But it took a lot of time, almost 5 to 10 minutes. So maybe in our next planning, maybe at the secretariat meeting, we should have that option of the host muting at the room. Yeah.
Ah, very good to say that. Yeah.
It's a good idea, Rose, because it was we managed to handle it well, but it was really disturbing, and yeah, it was, and we could not mute or stop him. We could have talked the whole meeting and ruined it all.
To shut some mics, I mean, centrally, that should be. I think this program should allow that. I think.
Actually, I will have a meeting with Ribeiro next week.
Ramiro.
About this translation program. I will ask him the options.
Okay.
He can guide me how to do it.
So Dorothy, you let us know when we meet next. Dorothy.
Yeah, I will let you know when we meet next. As we are moving out, we are going to do research on which questionnaires, where we can borrow the questionnaires, which we can use for the education, so that next time when we are meeting here, we can have them and then compare which questions we can use and what we can add. And if we are okay with the tool we've identified.
Yes,
Perfect.
I think it's very logical that we will have the next meeting Tuesday, 15 p.m. Argentina time, like this one. It's just exactly 1 week.
For me, well, okay. In a week?
In a week's time?
In a week's time, okay.
We'll take care of it, me and Dorothy.
So that will be the 15th of August.
Next Tuesday, Antonio, won't be 15th of August, but I think it's going to be on 6th.
If someone has a calendar.
It's going to be on 6th. Howard, check for me there. Next week on Tuesday.
Look at the calendar, please, if you have it.
See,
I have it here.
There is a secretariat meeting at 7 p.m. I have written here.
On Tuesday?
Yeah. Tuesday
the 15th.
No.
The 5th.
Is there a secretariat meeting?
It is going to be on Wednesday, Antonio, for the secretariat meeting.
That is at 1 p.m., isn't it?
Which one?
The secretariat meeting is at 1 p.m., like 10 a.m. Punta de Vaca, Argentinian time.
10 a.m.
Yeah.
So it will be 2 p.m. and then there is no clash then. I will put 2 p.m. then. I will confirm later on. And that is the 5th. It's not the 15th. The 5th of August. 5.
It's going to be the 5th. Then the secretariat meeting is going to be on the 6th.
On the 6th?
That is Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No clash. So Tuesday, next Tuesday at 15 p.m. Argentina time.
Okay.
The 5th. Yes, the 5th.
That is the 5th.
Yeah, it's going to be on the 5th.
That is Tuesday.
Yes,
Yes.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Wednesday, you say this is a secretariat meeting.
Yeah. So Wednesday
Yes.
there's a secretariat meeting.
On
Same
well,
time.
I suppose the same time. I mean, we'll have to get the confirmation from Javier that announced
So,
something that I didn't read the details. Huh? So
Yeah.
I-
So
Okay.
are we doing weekly secretariat meetings? So it might be tomorrow at 10 a.m. Argentinian time, the secretariat meeting.
No, secretariat meeting won't be tomorrow, Julius. We said that it's going to be on 6th. At least we have to rest this week because we had it the other time
Okay.
on Sunday. So it's going to be next week on the 6th.
Yes,
Ah.
very good, very
It
good.
was said when you had already left the meeting. I'm sorry I didn't inform you. Forgive me, I'm saying this that it was said after you've left the meeting.
Last time.
Yeah, last time it found when Julius had already left the meeting. You remember people were proposing for what time and date they want the secretariat meeting to be. And then we came into conclusion that it's going to be or Wednesday. I think it found when Julius had already left the meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm informing you late.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No
We'll
problem.
confirm all this because there are different meetings that are being
Okay.
set.
Okay.
And,
Okay, people.
So
Thank you
Well,
very much.
very nice seeing
thank
you,
you very
everyone, and
much.
very entertaining all these things, planning things together.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
And we'll keep in
Bye-bye.
touch.
Peace, force,
All
and
the best.
joy.
Keep
Peace,
in touch.
force,
Keep
and
us enjoy.
Peace, force, and joy.
All the best.
All the best.